What's up, YouTube? I'm going to do a short video on my two Tamiya buggies. The DB-01 Durga 4-wheel drive belt-driven buggy right here. And then the TT-02b Plasma Edge 2 shaft-driven 4-wheel drive buggy. So this one's got a shaft drive, this one's got a belt drive. Not too many people know about pretty much either of these. This is a newer model. They had a Plasma Edge number 1, and that was on a different chassis. This is the updated chassis, the TT-02b. It's a little bit more stable. It's a little bit more, the resin's better. The main thing is down here. The old chassis, the DF, I think it's a DF3 or DF2. DF-02 or DF-03, the original Plasma Edge. The suspension arm, the A-arm mounts, were a part of the chassis. So if you broke an A-arm mount, you had to replace your whole chassis, and that was a problem. And so with these TT-02Bs, they fixed that problem, as you can see right here. Anyway. So yeah, not too many people know about this. It's based on the TT-02 touring car chassis with the tub, basically. I'll show you here in a sec. With different A-arms, though, of course, and suspension. As you can see here, it's wider. It's got longer A-arms. It's got more travel suspension, as you can see in the back. But yeah, one tip, if you're building one of these, use the longer ones. If you use the shorter, the bottom stay right here, if you use the short ones, your car is going to be about right there. And if you notice, a lot of guys who build these, their cars look like they're riding low in the back. Well, that's the reason why. It's one of the reasons why. But anyway, it comes with two. In the book, it's going to tell you to use the real short one. But I'm not sure why in the instruction book. I did at first. I put the short one on. I realized it was kind of saggy looking, and I changed to these, and there's no problem. Anyway, also I'm on the lowest setting here as well. As you can see, it will raise up if I went to this one. It's perfect like this, though. Anyway, back to the chassis. So it's a TT-02 chassis. They call it a bathtub style. If you want to look at it. It's a great chassis. Like I said, for the buggy version, it just has a couple different things. Different body mounts, different shock towers and shocks and A-arms and steering arms and things like that. As you can see in there, it's real dusty, guys. I just got done running both of these. I ran a pack through both. This is a little 3S pack right here. I think it's a 35 with a 10C burst. I'm not positive. I gotta look. Anyway, so this is still brushed. The only thing is that it does have a 550 brush instead of the 540 torque tune that it comes with. So the torque tune motor is 25 turns. This is 19 turns. So it spins more RPM, and it's also a bigger can, so it has a little bit more punch. And I've changed it for this hobby wing. I think it's the 1040. Let's look in there. Focus. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get this thing to focus in there. Anyway, yeah, 1040 brushed with the Turbo Racing receiver, the 3-channel, and the 3-channel Turbo Racing remote. It's like those Kyosho remotes. Steve from Shin RC pointed that out to me, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I looked him up, and I was surprised. Anyway, yeah, and I'm running Pro Lines, Dirt Hog Pro Lines. I was running the K-Force Racing, but I think these are actually a little bit better on this particular buggy. These don't grip as well though. Like if you're gonna bash, like on loose dirt or grass. These do pretty good on pavement, and they do good on more of a prepped surface, like a track that's been wet down, or a hard packed track, things like that. Like sand and grass in this, they slide like crazy. They do well on the street though too. Anyway, so yeah, I've added this little motor fan, and I'm running the Futaba. There we go. And then 25 tooth aluminum horn here. Stock. I use the box kit oil, and I'm not sure the weight on it, but it's decent. There's a little spring back, but not too much. The back's better. Back's real good. Oh shoot, my battery's about to die. Just got a notification. Anyway, so yeah, this is the Plasma Edge 2 TT-02b, and people have been talking about Tamiya and how they're not really racers, or they're not bashers and things like that. And I have to disagree. They were the original basher. All their old 80s stuff was basically bashing stuff. Not too many race cars. They didn't make many race cars back then. A few could hang, but not too many. I raced my first RC I ever built, the Falcon, on the short course track. Back then, when it was just called a short track, you didn't have to have a short course body and stuff like that. Anyone could race on it. Stock, novice class, pro modified, whatever. And it did okay, of course, but it wasn't a racing buggy. They were just bashing buggies. The resins weren't that great. I mean, it was ABS plastic, I'm sure, back then. And now, if you can see, let me see here. These are these flex. Can you see that? Can you see that? Let's see. Let me see if we can show you that. These have just enough flex. Let's see. See that? Oh, I dropped my body. Dropped my body. Anyway. The old Tamiya stuff, the old Tamiya resins was really, really brittle and really, really, really stiff. And when it would break pretty badly, and it was pretty easy to break, actually. And it would cut you. It'd be like broken shards of glass. That's how kind of hard and brittle it was. And so they've changed their resins over the years. Not too soft and not too hard. It's almost perfect. This is a real stable chassis. It's real stable at speeds, and it can take some bumps nowadays with this new resin compound. This would be good for a beginner who's learning to race, stuff like that, and a guy in a novice class, and then he could put maybe a brushless system in it, and then go from there. But this isn't going to be, a super pro style 4x4 racing buggy. Like maybe like the Team Associated and Losi stuff, Schumacher stuff. But this for sure can hang with the beginner class, the novice class, and the stock class. You can run probably 17.5 spec brushless with this for sure, and be competitive all day with that. Maybe even the 13.5 spec class, I wouldn't go anything past that. But this is a great buggy. It's not toy grade. It's not old school Tamiya grade. It's good stuff. You can. It's got nylon discs, but they're they're put together real well. To me, it uses real good grease. They have some of the best diff grease. I use it on everything. But you can put metal upgrades for this. They've got metal diffs, drive shaft, things like that. I think they even have they've got buckles, and right now these are the plastic drive shafts still. They have the metal center shaft and the metal dog bones. Upgrade all the C hubs and things like that. You can get metal if you want. I'm probably not going to. You can get A-arms. I might just get the hubs, and I might end up getting if I go brushless, anything past 10.5, I'm gonna get the metal dog bones or CVDs. But yeah, that's this. This is the TT-02b Plasma Edge 2. Great buggy, fun to build as well. Okay, this is the DB-01 Durga. Now this is rare. People might not know this one, but they're 9 times out of 10 are not going to know this one. So this one's got some upgrades. It does have the aluminum shock towers, and it is upgraded to brushless. Move this out of the way. This is a Novak 17.5. I had a fan on this heatsink, but it's too tall. The body it won't sit straight with the body. I'll figure something else out. It doesn't even get hot though. I was just doing it, just messing around. That's the cool thing about this. Get that off. This Novak, there you go, kit. It doesn't even get warm. Not even on 3S. I got a 3S in there right now. It's 25C with the 25C burst, so 50C total. And it doesn't even get warm at all. Like I was running this and it doesn't even get hot. And that's a good thing. But anyway, so yeah, I got this set up here. And this is just a Futaba servo. Old school. Look at that. The old school. Let me see. It's a little ripped right there. 75 megahertz. The Magnum. These are cool though. You can see that. Everything's digital. There we go. Yeah, this was like high tech in the world of 75 megahertz and crystals and stuff like that. You had to change these out before you go racing so you don't interfere with anyone else. That was fun. Anyway, so back to this. This is a belt-driven four-wheel drive buggy. The belts are encased in this cover here. So they're completely covered. They're completely encased, so you don't have to worry about anything, getting inside there and messing up those belts. This thing handles really, really well. I guess you would consider this a bathtub chassis as well. It's similar. The wheelbase is a little bit longer than the TT-02, maybe a 1/4 inch. There we go. Other than that, this one it's got metal dog bones. See that there? Front and rear. This thing handles great. What's the problem with it right now is I had an extra belt. I changed the rear belt. And I'm going to need to change this front one now. I can hear it slipping. The diffs are right here. So this belt, they're equal length belts. They're equal length belts. And so the belt goes and runs onto a ball diff right here. So the belt will come, wrap around here into a ball diff. So this belt's a little bit stretched out. I can hear it. It's slipping and stuff. And at the same time, I've got a diff issue back here. So she's not running to her full potential. And even so, it still handles really well. But with the diff problem, I've noticed I've been getting kicked around a little bit on turns where normally I wouldn't be. But anyway, so I'm going to tear this down this weekend. And I might put the 10.5 in it. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. If so, I'll for sure do a video after. But this needs a new belt and the new diffs. I have the diffs. I'm going to try to order the belt right now, and hopefully I can get it here as soon as possible. But she's going to get tore down. That's going to be my project for the weekend. DB-01 or DB-01. Durga. Belt driven. Cool stuff, man. If you like Tamiya stuff, then you're going to like these two buggies for sure. I have a fun time building Tamiya stuff. I'm thinking the next build I'm going to do will be the TT-03 two-wheel drive buggy. And after that, I'm going to have to do one of their monster trucks. I'm just going to have to do it. Or maybe the CC-01 scale truck. But anyway, these are my Tamiya buggies, guys. Peace.